Hi, everyone. In today's Break for Eight, I thought I would talk about balance and not the kind of balance that keeps us from tipping over, but the kind of inner balance that prevents us from getting blown away and knocked off our center when something inside of us is just out of sync. I like to think of inner balance as being the sum of four separate aspects of myself. So one is my physical body, the other is my mental body, my mental state, meaning my mind and what I'm thinking about. The third is emotional, my feelings or my reactions to what I'm experiencing. The last is a spiritual side or connection with whatever higher power you identify with, if any. So, how do I know if I'm in balance? I think it actually might be easier to talk about how I know when I'm out of balance. I can feel tense, agitated, or tired, irritated, or maybe even bored. Those are times when I'm out of balance. Also, when I'm scared, or my mind is racing, or ruminating, or I actually feel physically ill. So, in caregiving, of course, it's not usually realistic to stop and check in with our inner balance, right? So, usually this has to be done when we have a few moments to ourself, like now, just to kind of scan through all these different systems. And I know I've said this before, but I think dementia is a moving target with so many things changing and happening from one moment to the next. And we can find ourselves and our person in situations where we feel totally on guard or out of balance. It's kind of like being on one of those exercise balance boards, where you put one foot on each side of a board and then it sits on top of a ball or some kind of fulcrum, and you have to constantly, adjust yourself to keep your balance. And we're not totally in balance at any point in time. So, what I'm inviting you to do today is just start checking in with yourself and noticing when you feel a little bit off. And as a dementia care partner, it's probably most of the time, right? And perfect balance, I mean, maybe a Tibetan monk can achieve that. But when we're working and living in dementia, uh, we are about as far from a Zen environment as there can be. So one of my friends actually measures balance like this, and I think it's helpful. She assigns a number to each of these categories, and she uses 50% for center. So, for example, she can say, I'm feeling about 60% physically today, meaning she's feeling pretty good from a physical standpoint. Most of the time, she's not perfect. But she's, above 50. And as long as she is like 51% and not below that, so she doesn't have to feel 100% physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, 51% is enough balance for her. And I think that is just a nice and realistic way to start thinking about balance when we are living with dementia. So just a simple invitation to you to check in with yourself later on today, or even now, see where you fall on that scale and think about some things you already do or know that can help you begin to recalibrate with the goal of staying above 50% for the day. And that's really all I'm going to say about it. We could go into a huge deep dive about balance, but let's just keep it simple and basic for ourselves with the goal of just bringing more awareness to ourselves. So much of the focus of dementia care is on the other person, taking care of everything but ourselves. So let's just, again, just heighten our awareness a little bit as we move on into our meditation or relaxation piece for today. Let's begin our time together, taking a deep belly breath in. Hold at the top for a moment and then exhale through an open mouth with a Just letting go of all tension that you feel built up in your body. Let's repeat that a few more times. So inhale deeply in, and then exhale slightly forcefully through an open mouth. These deep breaths can help us almost recalibrate ourselves, bringing us back into more of a state of internal and physical balance. Now let's switch our breathing to be more gentle, more natural, as we start to slow our mind down. So often thoughts take over life. And by bringing our awareness to when we may be overthinking a situation or dwelling too much in the past or worrying about the future, that awareness alone can help bring us back into more of a mental balance. So let's just try to sweep the mind clear of thinking right now and bring ourselves back to this present moment. In this present moment, there is nothing we need to do, no one we need to take care of. We only need to experience a short moment of solitude. And if any feelings or emotions come up that interrupt our peace, let's again just bring our awareness to them and name them. I feel sad. I feel frustrated. I feel lost. And in naming them, we begin to restore a little bit of our emotional balance. Let's continue on our rebalance journey by just doing a little bit of a body scan, relaxing the brow, the jaw, the shoulders, the limbs, and just sinking a little bit deeper into the surface that is supporting you right now. And if you are feeling an absence of support in your life from other people, from institutions, from your environment, instead of feeling hopeless. Maybe there's something nudging you to open your mind and open your heart to a spiritual presence that surrounds you, even in these times of aloneness. All you have to do is say hello to this presence. In the upcoming days, I just invite you to evaluate balance in your life, becoming more aware and paying attention to where it may be off a little bit. Not focusing on what you need to do about it or judging yourself for being inadequate in any areas, but just bringing awareness. Because sometimes that alone can help us begin to restore balance. So let's just take a few more breaths here. Enjoy the peace, the relaxation of this moment that is designed specifically for you and for your needs. You're worth it. Good luck today. You've got this.